and analytics continue to play a very crucial role, right, in measuring the impact of digital skills. Last time we met, we were talking about ROI on learning, what kind of investments businesses are making. How is it that you leveraging data? I mean, of course, you mentioned that you mapped businesses and what their growth plans are and stuff like that. But from a individual employee perspective to an organization or a business perspective, how have you been able to utilize data or leverage data to assess effectiveness of all the initiatives that you're actually putting in practice?
Yeah, well, data is crucial, and we know that. We took we took small steps when we started the journey, right? 5 years back, we had very limited data available. Like, we were not even capturing properly, all the data. So we went through that phase of, data ingestion, then transformation, then analytics, or what we can analyze and things like that. So there were two, three things we concentrated on, right? One is the basic descriptive kind of analytics, right? Where you are like, what is your learning engagement? How many people are coming and learning with you? What age group is learning? Things like that. So some kind of descriptive, just to see the pattern, the learning engagement, right? And taking some cues on what you want to focus on in next, say, quarter, things like that. The other was more diagnostic, right? And that was more on org level diagnostic. Is learning helping me, helping me retain people? Is learning helping me promote people from within, or am I hiring from outside more? So we did some kind of diagnostic analysis like that. So that was the second phase of like data analysis. The third is predictive, right? And where we still have a long way to go. Things like um, you know attrition, warning systems, and things like that. How, because we have seen through our data, there's a very direct linkage between people who are engaged, who are learning with us, and people leaving the organization. There's a very direct linkage, and we have seen it every year. So so these were three phases, and we still have a lot of work to do in the predictive side. But at the same time, so that was one angle we looked at, from where we looked at data. The second angle was more Kirkpatrick, right? Where we tried to understand, one thing we made sure was, whenever you are devising a program, a learning intervention program journey, make sure your objective is very well called out. If your objective is that people will get upskilled on a particular skill and get staffed on a project, that's your that's how you measure the impact of that program. So we created programs with objectives across all those 5 layers, rather a Kirkpatrick Phillips model. So we identified programs which were somewhere just feedback driven, somewhere like, are people implementing what they have learned. Some of them were like the last one, the fifth maturity level, which is ROI. Am I so early careers program? Like, we have a very well defined early careers program, a boot camp which goes on for um, 3 to 6 months based on different technologies. And you know we calculated, are we able to kind of make the learning investment we are doing is making sense or not. So it was a very conscious choice of which program sits where in which layer. And then the thing is, when you circle back with business, showing that, hey, this is how we are looking at data and this is how we are measuring impact, the conversation becomes so easy that, hey, we need this learning investment. There is no question asked, do I need to run another TGA batch? There is no question asked when you can just show that. So I think data enabled us to have those conversations, and these various kind of analytics, the matrices we defined, that just made our conversations much richer and useful.